So this is where I okay. So let me just try to give you an overview on because I think I got it working aside from the mouse. So basically, if you go into projects, what I put into projects is the CSV terrain thing here. If I open a Jupyter notebook here, I can basically play with the uh, I can play with these generators. There's a simplified one, and there's the island generator, which you can basically run all these stuff. And here now you can exactly. So here you can define where you want the mountains to be, and we'll say that we want the mountains to be in this area of the map. So we'll do like this, and we'll have here sort of something like that, looks like that. Then we want to have do I need to click run or something? I don't think so. No, because this is this. Now what do I want the low ground to be? So I want low ground to be only on the sides, kind of. Oh, wait, this is okay, pop up like that. So I want low ground in these corners. Maybe do something like these. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Then it's then what? Then this kind of okay, yeah. Basically, this paints the seed, and it blurs it a little bit, and then what is now? What is this? What is now this? So this we have made some tools convert images to quantum states. Now, next we need to create the textures. Now the textures that we want to overlay onto the map. So we have made some tools. This means we can create a simple image manipulated using quantum computation. Then use size process. Simply draw an image below. Do this by clicking on pixels to switch them between black and white. Yeah, but that's not. Okay. I don't know. I'm doing this randomly. I don't know what is this one input doing. Okay, textures that will overlay into the map. Okay. Then we run this, which is basically I don't know the quantum tartan. Okay, so that's now the quantum tartan, the quantum modification. Okay, and now we go here, and now we render. Okay, so that's how the map will look like. Pretty cool. And now we do this, and basically what this does, and now I figure out after a while what this does is it actually saves the projects. It saves this here, but I need to move it to the folder where of the mods game, which it's because I installed it as a root. It's in a protected folder. So the laziest way to go about it is if I just copy. So copy blocks CSV into a user share games mind test games mind test game mods, and I copy that with sudo in the beginning, of course. And now basically uh, if I now open another tab and start mind test, and I create a new game, call it now yes, I could create, basically I can play the game. Now I didn't get the mouse completely right yet. I don't know how to really make that work, but if I enable flying, no, first I gotta LTBV, and that should import the map, and boom, nice. So flying is enabled by default, and if I go away, I mean, I don't know, that kind of looks like that's the map, right? Because there was the mountains in the middle. Is this the map that we created? The thing is, I can't tell really. This looks more like an island, but it must be. It must be. So yeah. So basically that's the way this works. So it creates some kind of caves as well. That's the way that works. If I close this, and we're gonna use now another, we're gonna use not this, but we're gonna use, so first of all, let me clean that up. Let me just make sure that I'm creating a new one. So let's use the simplified one and run this. Then here, instead of just a Hadamard, I mean, what I will do, what we can do is create and run some quantum circuits. So basically, what is it? It creates a circuit with 6 qubits and then applies a Hadamard to all of them, or to one of them. Mm. Qiskit quantum circuit. So Qiskit tutorial quantum circuit. Quantum register, quantum circuit. Okay. But I can. Okay, we'll just. I don't know. I'm just gonna copy. I'm just gonna copy this. Um, this is QC, QC, QC. Um, okay, that's basically the bell state. I don't know how and where that's gonna work. And now we do this, and this is supposed to already have saved the file there. Yes, there is a file which we're gonna copy over, and if I blocks CSV, let me just remove this file and then copy it over again with the sudo. Good, and now we have it there, and now I will start mind test again and then see what happens. I'm gonna open this same and then just oh, just reload. So trying to get out of here so I can see the map. And now I'm gonna open the chat and I'm gonna say LTBB and see what happens. Suspiciously doesn't look like a new map. And this looks like the same map. Maybe not. Hmm. Maybe it's not the same map. Can I gotta figure out better how to play with the this mouse doesn't work really well. That's still the old map, isn't it? I'm so high flying. I don't know. Uh, hmm. Can I undo to the? So what if I don't do anything? So what if we make it a smaller island? I want to see if it's really changing anything for what I'm doing. Uh, so we do nothing, or let's we do this, we do this. It's a smaller island. Let's do 10 per 10 per 10. This is when I have the impression it's not changing sometimes then. And so, and now I'm basically saying sudo remove the block CSV file from here and copy this one there. And now uh, mind test. I think that could um, work right out of the box. LTB. Yeah, it seems smaller. It seems smaller, definitely. Let's see. Maybe not. It's just no, no. It's the same. Okay, maybe I gotta. Maybe I gotta completely restart and create a new map, and now play it, and maybe now T and then L T V V. It's the same. What am I doing wrong? It's the same map all the time. I thought I was doing it the right way. Maybe I'm not deleting the files. Hmm. Home. No. Other locations. Computer. User. Share. Games. Mind test. Games. Games. Mods. Oh, of course. Because it doesn't go there. It goes to sudo copy. It goes to CSV2 terrain. So it actually remove this and remove the CSV2 terrain blocks, and then copy this in here. And now if I open this, there should be blocks. If I delete it, there should be. If I copy, there should be. Now, okay, and now I do mind test, and now it should work. And then I'll play with. Okay, I'll play with another circuit. So and then I will do this, and I do LTB V. Yeah, and obviously I messed up with it because of the exit menu. Okay, so that works. That's good. So this means let me take this back to the values it had, and now let's see what happens here when we have, for example, this circuit. Oh, this circuit. What happens with this circuit? So uh, so I'll comment that, and then this is gonna be QC, QC, and QC. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And so this is done. This is done. This is done. And now we should basically go here and say, please remove this. Please copy this. And we open mind test. I mean, mind test is already open. And I'll create one from scratch, and I'll create it, and then I'll play the game. And T, and this L TBV. And what happens? Yay! Now it's a different thing. Finally. So this is what an entanglement island looks like. Okay, funny. It's like the one with the lava, but without the lava. I just wonder whether the lava is. Oh, the lava is still there. This just added a layer of earth or dirt in here. It kind of covered the. Oh, it kind of covered the. Interesting. The lava is also not. Yeah, funny. It's funny. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Basically, it's a fun project. Uh, I could spend much more time playing with this. It's a fun project, definitely. The gist of this is that basically create a seed, and then you modify that seed with a quantum circuit. So you kind of encode that seed into a state. You initialize your circuit with this state, and then you apply a transformation, like you're applying a quantum circuit to it, which basically transforms your seed into something else, which you then map into a map, and then that's what you get, kind of. um, and then there's like the simplified version, and there's the version that's here more advanced, where basically you can define and combine different layers. uh, that's pretty cool. So first where you want the mountains to be, then what you want, and this is the preparation. So what you're doing here is the preparation for. I wonder if I can not, because I don't think that's the one that I was creating before. So if I run this, why is it different? It's kind of. If I now run this, yeah, whatever, it will be the same. So yeah, and then you combine all this stuff, and this is textures. So here in theory you would have to paint, but I don't understand the textures, how they work. um the textures that will overlay into the map. I don't know if this is what, just grass, or because it's just one texture that I can add, or what. And basically you do the quantum tartan in here, and then yeah. So you can run it more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's interesting. Uh, it's an interesting and fun project. In this case, where can I find the? Is it in the? No, the quantum. It's the quantum tartan. The quantum tartan is what does the. So if I would say, for example, I don't know, 5, what would this make? Oh, okay. So if I do in a 0.004, what would this make? Something like this. 0.04. Interesting. And if I now would say that, and now this, Yeah, it's kind of a different map. Okay, but I mean, it does have the shape that resembles what I was painting in the first boxes in here, so it's kind of good. It's kind of, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's just the, and what would change if I go and I say, so give me a second. Sorry, quantum tartan, right? So I'm looking for this function. Whoa, got it. Okay, so that's y rotations. What if we make x rotations? Run all these. And now I'm going to go here, and there was a 1, and I'm going to apply that. Funny. If I switch it back to y rotations, then I go back to where this is run, and I run it. What am I missing? Am I missing that every time that I'm running this, the result is accumulating, or what? 15 set. Okay, I see that this indeed, if I go, no, it returns cancer hates. Yeah, doesn't seem to call these though. Okay. Yeah. But that's kind of the point. So this is basically all the quantumness of this, and those are these rotations. And I guess you can make different circuits. I mean, I would like to make, I like to try different things. What if we rotate 3 times? Or what if we increase the angle by 5? This is correct. We got this. We got this, and now this. We got this. And if we run this, and we run this. Okay, yeah, so that actually indeed changes. Okay. What if I apply some QC Haramart and Q now? I don't know if I want to know this. Interesting. And so, and now I would paint what this, and now we will get the map. And what does it look like? That. If we would change the shape here all over the place by just saying that no, we want this to be like this, right? And we want here to be like that. And now we generate this that looks like that. Here, I don't know what this is doing. What is this texture? But we'll see if I put all here. See what happens. And now let's run this. Okay, boom, something weird. And then let's run this. Boom, and now let's run this. Oh, that's a nice map. Cool. And now we run that. And basically we're done. And basically we can go here, remove, copy, and now start mine test. I can see I can pick this world, and now I can basically do bam and this LTBV and see what happens. Yeah. Let's see if the map matches. Yeah, I think so. That's the one island on the other side, and now there's the sea all over here, the place. And I think that on the other side, if I manage to control the mouse, which not much. Yeah, okay, but that's cool, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just as James says, this is just a proof of the fact that this can be used for that, and sort of a proof of concept or idea. Cool. And if I stop the flying mode, I'm gonna drop into the water, and here I'm finishing the episode. Cool. So let me see if I can just finish the episode.